Once upon a time, in a small town nestled in the heartland of America, strange occurrences began to unfold. It all started when reports of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, began to surface. Whispers and rumors spread like wildfire, but the United States government swiftly denied any knowledge or involvement in these alleged extraterrestrial encounters. As the sightings grew more frequent, a group of curious individuals decided to delve deeper into the mystery. Among them was Sarah, a young journalist known for her unwavering determination and hunger for truth. Sarah, fueled by her journalistic instincts, embarked on a relentless pursuit to uncover the hidden secrets behind the UFO landings. Her investigation led her to a secluded government facility, rumored to be the nerve center of the government's cover-up. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, Sarah infiltrated the facility, armed with her camera and an unwavering resolve. As she tiptoed through dark corridors and avoided security cameras, she stumbled upon a hidden room. Inside, she discovered a trove of classified documents, revealing a startling truth. The documents disclosed that the government had been actively studying UFOs for decades. They cataloged countless sightings, abductions, and encounters with extraterrestrial beings. The unsettling contents of those files sent shivers down Sarah's spine, but she knew she had to expose the truth to the world. With her newfound evidence, Sarah reached out to a renowned whistleblower, Dr. Jonathan Reed, a former government scientist who had defected after witnessing horrifying experiments conducted on captured extraterrestrial creatures. Driven by his guilt and the desire to bring justice, he agreed to help Sarah expose the government's dark secrets. Together, Sarah and Dr. Reed embarked on a journey to gather more evidence. They traveled to remote locations where UFO sightings had been reported, interviewing witnesses and collecting testimonies. Each encounter left them more convinced that the government's agenda went far beyond mere secrecy. As they dug deeper, they discovered that the government had been actively collaborating with the extraterrestrial beings. They had struck a sinister deal, exchanging advanced technology for the harvesting of human DNA. The implications were chilling. The government was complicit in abductions, experiments, and the manipulation of human lives. Their investigation caught the attention of powerful figures within the government, and Sarah and Dr. Reed quickly found themselves pursued by shadowy operatives. Narrowly escaping capture, they went into hiding, releasing their findings to the world through anonymous sources. The revelation shook society to its core. People demanded answers, and protests erupted worldwide. The government, realizing they could no longer suppress the truth, begrudgingly admitted to their involvement, but downplayed the extent of their collaboration. As they dug deeper into the dark underbelly of the government's collaboration with extraterrestrial beings, the truth became even more shocking. They uncovered a vast network of secret facilities scattered across the globe, where the harvesting of human DNA was taking place on an unprecedented scale. The abducted individuals were not mere random victims. They were carefully selected based on specific genetic traits. The government, in collaboration with the extraterrestrial beings, sought to create a hybrid race, blending human DNA with their own advanced technology. The implications of this scientific manipulation were unimaginable. The abducted individuals were subjected to horrific experiments, their lives forever altered in the pursuit of this sinister agenda. Memories of their abductions were erased, leaving them confused and traumatized, unaware of the true extent of their involvement in this monstrous collaboration. As the truth unraveled, a sense of dread and urgency consumed those who had stumbled upon this vast conspiracy. They knew they could not remain silent. They had to expose the government's complicity in these heinous acts, but they also knew that doing so would put their own lives at risk. They formed a secret alliance, a group of whistleblowers determined to bring the truth to light. Armed with evidence, they began leaking classified information to trusted journalists and independent investigators. They knew they had to act swiftly, as the government's grip on power tightened with each passing day. But the government was not idle either. They deployed their vast resources to silence anyone who dared to challenge their authority. Threats, intimidation, and even disappearances became common tactics used against those who got too close to the truth. The whistleblowers had to stay one step ahead, constantly evading the government's surveillance. They relied on encrypted communication channels, secret meetings in hidden locations, and anonymous online platforms to share their findings and coordinate their efforts. With each revelation, public outrage grew, but so did the government's desperation to maintain control. The battle between truth and deception intensified, as the whistleblowers faced unimaginable risks to protect the innocent and expose the collaboration between the government and extraterrestrial beings. As the truth became undeniable, the public demanded answers. Protests erupted, demanding accountability and justice for the victims of these atrocities. The government, cornered and exposed, had no choice but to acknowledge their involvement. Despite the constant threat of surveillance, the whistleblowers remained resilient, determined to expose the truth and bring about change. They honed their skills in digital security, employing sophisticated encryption techniques and regularly changing their communication channels to stay one step ahead of the government's prying eyes. As public outrage grew, the whistleblowers found solace in the support of like-minded individuals who were equally passionate about justice. Anonymous online platforms became a sanctuary for them to share their findings, gather more evidence, and coordinate their efforts. These platforms provided a shield of anonymity, protecting their identities and allowing them to operate without fear of immediate retaliation. However, the government's desperation to maintain control escalated. They began infiltrating these online platforms, attempting to track down the whistleblowers and silence them once and for all. It became a dangerous game of cat and mouse, as the whistleblowers had to constantly adapt their strategies to outsmart their pursuers. In addition to their digital efforts, the whistleblowers also relied on secret meetings in hidden locations. These clandestine gatherings allowed them to share sensitive information and devise plans without the risk of being overheard or discovered. Each meeting was meticulously planned, with locations frequently changing and attendees using code names to protect their true identities. But the government's tactics became increasingly brutal. Threats and intimidation were unleashed upon anyone suspected of collaborating with the whistleblowers. Those who dared to challenge the government's authority found themselves facing not only the loss of their freedom but also the risk of disappearing altogether. Despite the dangers they faced, the whistleblowers remained undeterred. They knew that exposing the truth was worth the risks they were taking. Their unwavering determination fueled their resilience, as they continued to dig deeper, uncovering corruption and abuses of power that shook the very foundation of the government. Their work did not go unnoticed. International organizations and activists began lending their support, amplifying the whistleblowers' message and demanding justice. The whistleblowers became symbols of resistance, inspiring others to join their cause and stand up against tyranny. As public pressure mounted, the government's grip on power began to slip. The whistleblowers' relentless pursuit of truth had awakened a collective consciousness, forcing the government to answer for their crimes. The once untouchable authorities found themselves on the defensive, desperately trying to maintain control in the face of mounting evidence and public outcry. In the end, the whistleblowers' courage and determination prevailed. Their sacrifices paved the way for a new era of transparency and accountability. The government, once shrouded in secrecy and corruption, was forced to reckon with its actions, and the people regained their voice. The whistleblowers' legacy would forever be remembered as a testament to the power of truth and the unwavering spirit of those who dared to challenge the status quo. Their story would serve as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the pursuit of justice and the fight for a better world should never be silenced. A series of high-ranking officials were forced to resign, and investigations were launched into the extent of the collaboration. The truth, though shocking, could no longer be denied. The government's sinister deal had been exposed, and the world would never be the same again. But even as justice was pursued, the scars of this dark chapter in history remained. The lives of the abducted individuals were forever shattered, their trust in authority irreparably damaged. The implications of the government's actions would reverberate for generations, a chilling reminder of the depths to which power can corrupt. And as the world grappled with the aftermath of this revelation, questions lingered. What were the true motives of the extraterrestrial beings? What other secrets were hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered? The whistleblowers, now heroes in the eyes of many, continued their tireless pursuit of the truth, knowing that the fight was far from over. Sarah and Dr. Reed became symbols of resistance, inspiring a global movement to hold the government accountable. They continued to expose the atrocities committed in the name of secrecy, shedding light on the dark underbelly of the government's partnership with extraterrestrial beings. Though their lives were forever changed and their safety constantly in jeopardy, Sarah and Dr. Reed remained steadfast in their mission. They refused to let the truth be buried, ensuring that future generations would never forget the price paid for the pursuit of knowledge and the fight against deception. And so, the UFO landings that the US government had desperately tried to hide were unveiled, forever etched into the annals of history, reminding humanity of the fragility of truth and the power of those brave enough to challenge it. Thank you for joining us on a spine-chilling journey into the world of horror. If you enjoyed these tales of terror, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Remember, the darkness is always lurking, so brace yourself for more bone-chilling stories on Horror Tales. Until next time, stay brave, stay curious, and stay scared.